Perfect. Charlene, thank you so much for talking to me. I'm going to jump straight into the first question because I haven't seen Strange Loop yet.
You haven't?
But I've heard so much about it. Like I've heard how amazing it is. It's won like so many awards and things. So
Yes.
please, can you tell us about the play?
Okay, so A Strange Loop is a show about, it's a musical about a young gay black man writing a musical about a young gay black man writing a musical about a young gay black man writing a musical. So that's kind of the Strange Loop. That's part of the Strange Loop. And it's just about the journey that he goes on whilst he's trying to come up with something to write because his parents spent all this money on uni for him to become a writer. And now they're like, we want you to write us a gospel play. So I'm not going to tell you too much because I don't want to spoil it, but that's basically what happens and it's how it all unfolds. Yeah.
Interesting. So it's just, it's like almost like, you know, when you see those images of a picture that has another person holding the picture. So it's like a repetition.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And so am I correct in thinking that is this thought one?
Yes, I play Thought.
You're
Yes.
thought one.
Yes.
So can you tell us about thought one and what kind of attracted you to thought one? It feels so weird saying thought one because it's not like a character specific name. So I feel like really weird saying thought one.
Members of the Strange Loop, come.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Break, please. Can we have you back in the rehearsal room? Thank you.
Sorry, that one.
The joys of theatre.
Well, basically, there are 6 thoughts. So I play thought 1, and then you have thought 2, thought 3, thought 4, and thought 5, and thought 6. But we all play different characters in the show and in the play that the main character, Usher, is writing. So for me, I think what attracted me to the show initially was just the idea of somebody writing something that was so unapologetically Black. And truthful in their experience in terms of dating and in terms of, you know, putting yourself out there and trying to be creative. And especially in West Indian households, creativity is not a thing. You're a doctor, you're a nurse, you're a this, you're a that. You're something with a steady wage where you can always work. So the idea of being a creative, especially in a Christian home where it's like, well, I mean, I've been a singer for many years and it's like, well, why are you singing the devil's music? You should be in church. So I really identified with that whole thing of coming from a Christian family and wanting to be creative, being Black as well, and not necessarily being able to find your place in the creative world. So that's kind of what drew me to it. But I just loved the music so much. I read the script as soon as I got the audition through, and I was like, whatever happens, I need to be involved in this show. Even if they want me to sweep the stage, I'll do it. I want to be involved. But it's a great show. It's really an amazing story. So that's what attracted to me in the first place.
Nice. Yeah, I cannot wait to get a chance to watch it because everything I've seen, even just looking at the images, just everything, it just looks.
You have to come.
Yeah, I have to, and I love a play that's unapologetically Black because why wouldn't we love it? It's just, yeah, I just absolutely love to see it. So I'm really excited. What do you think the audience, because obviously you attract so many different people, all walks of life. What would you hope the audience will take away from the play?
Well, to be honest, it's difficult because there are so many things to take away. I hope they take away what they need. That's the only way I can really answer that question because there is so much that happens and not all of it is nice. So there are quite a few scenes where some uncomfortable things are going on stage. And it's difficult to kind of, you know, I hope you enjoy it because you won't. But I just... Michael, who wrote the show, Michael A Jackson, he says that he would like people to come away having looked into a mirror or through a window. So that's what I hope as well, just that people take whatever they need and that they learn something from whatever they've seen.
Nice. I think that's the best way in a way. So you always want people to kind of have, with theatre, so I find even though it could be about any kind of topic, it is almost a personal kind of take at the end of it of what you might or may not take from it. So that's really interesting. So it's a musical, but is there a specific song or even a specific kind of moment in the play that is your favorite?
Yes, I remember watching it in rehearsal when we were rehearsing in the theatre for the first time, and I just cried my eyes out because it's such a beautiful scene. Again, I'm not going to tell you, I don't want to spoil it. But all the men in this cast are such phenomenal performers, and you will see that when you come. But this particular scene, I'm lucky enough to be able to watch it, and it's just so beautiful. That's my favorite part of the show. And every day my castmate says to me, "What was your favorite part that you were in?" And I'm like, I just like you lost it. So it's hard, but yeah, that's my favorite part of the show.
And you said that it's all men, and I did read this actually. So you're the only female character in the play.
I'm the only female cast member on stage at any one time. We have a lovely lady called Rebecca who is understudy Thought One, and she will be performing on the 11th of July. So if you can come on that day, come and support her. She's amazing. She's super talented. So yeah, we're the only two girls in the cast. Yeah.
Interesting. And what is it like working with all males, apart from the understudy lady? But other than that, what is it like kind of like having a full male cast? Because I never really see that so often. It's usually, especially musicals, it's always kind of split.
Yeah, it's funny because I was having a conversation about this the other day, and I was talking to Kyle, who plays Usher, and he was saying that he thinks it's interesting that even though Usher is gay, he has a female thought. But then there's also the concept that one of the main characters in the show is his mother, or the concept of his mother. So I think it may have been actually quite important to have at least one female representing person in the cast to represent his mother and represent, the thoughts that he has where women are concerned. But for me, being in this cast, surrounded by these gentlemen, and they are gentlemen, I feel like I'm going to get emotional. Everyone's just so lovely. And it's just really nice to be surrounded by so many lovely men, because in my personal experience, that hasn't always been the case. So it's just really nice. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just lovely. Everyone's so beautiful. And I'm so lucky to be on stage with all of these guys. And I think they're all stuck with me. I'm going to be in their lives forever. They can't get rid of me. So yeah.
Which is such a beautiful thing, because you're right. It's so nice to kind of like meet a group of nice cast members, but also just a group of really nice men that really
and
change the way we sometimes think of men.
Like being the only girl in a room. It's like you feel objectified. You feel a bit, am I in the right place? And I'm one of the only straight cast members as well. So there's all of that. But I've never been made to feel like I don't belong here, and that's been really beautiful.
No, I think that's really important and such a nice thing. With the play Strange Loop, so it has a concept of kind of repetition, as you were saying. It kind of like repeats itself in a way. If you could relive any moment in your career or even in your life, what would it be and why?
Oh my gosh, it's funny because I don't really like to go backwards. I'm quite a present and future-oriented person, unless there's something in the past which is holding me back, and then I have to go back and deal with that and then move on. But I'm just really excited about the future, to be honest. I'm really excited about the things that are to come, especially after doing a show like this. It's such an honor and a privilege to be part of this story. So I'm just excited about what's coming, I guess. And I'm excited to be on stage tonight with my friends and, having a good time. So I don't know, which part would I really, because when I thought about this question, I couldn't really think of anything. My career has been very short as an actor. I only started acting properly in 2021. So it's very, very new for me. So I'm just loving everything and just excited by everything. But I think I had a great time in both the productions that I've been in. I've been in Hairspray and in Dreamgirls, and I don't know, I just love all the people that I've met and made friends with, and I'm just looking forward to the future. Is that
no, that's a perfect answer, to be honest, because I guess the future, because for some people they hate to think of the future, so it's a beautiful thing to kind of look forward to what's to come. It's a great kind of attitude to have. I think it's a perfect answer. I would also struggle to find something that I would like to relive, because you're right, you want to what you want to relive is just the great things in the future.
Yeah, for real.
So although I haven't seen Strange Loop, I did some research on it, and I could kind of see that there was a lot of kind of themes and social issues that are mentioned in the play. And as you were saying before, there's some things that are not so happy at times as well. how do you feel the play contributes to the ongoing conversations around identity, especially kind of like within the Black community?
I think the honesty for me is what I love the most about this show. Because as a single woman on the dating scene, well, I'm not on the dating scene. I think I've given up, babe. But I've been on the dating scene in the past. And it's difficult when people have preferences and, you know, you get to a certain age and it's almost like, oh, you know, no. And it's difficult. So that kind of really resonates with me, where Usher is trying to kind of find and meet somebody who will love him for who he is. And it's just the human condition, isn't it? It's we all just want to be loved and accepted for who we are. And there's a lot of that in this show, whether it's accepted as a creative, whether it's accepted as a gay man, whether it's accepted as a Black person. We're all looking for love and acceptance. And I think for me, that's the thing that is explored the most in this show. And I really love that aspect of it.
And it's interesting because you're right. I think it really will resonate with some people, because even the dating scene in general, I talk about this to so many people where it's like almost, it's like a war. It's just not very nice. And like everything is done, nothing's really done in person anymore. Everything's like you have to, if you're going to find someone, you have to find them through your phone on an app. And that in itself, that means that people are only looking at what they see before anything else. So it's like so superficial. It's just,
yeah. But then it's true. It's like no one can see your personality when you're walking down the street. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it makes sense that people would see that first.
Yeah.
So you do have to put effort into your presentation and all that. But sometimes you just want to fling your hair up in a bun and put your tuxedo on and go about your business.
Exactly. Especially go to the shops. It's not fair. It's like, yeah. I think it's and I just think it's like one of the and sometimes people will pretend like it's super easy. They're like, no. I'm like, do not lie. Everyone it's just not an easy, that's not an easy thing at all.
Yeah, it's not. And it comes to us all, you know, and apparently, you know, people are the most lonely that they've ever been. So yeah, it's crazy.
I know. There needs to be more. I always think there should be an app for people to make friends. Because sometimes there's so much pressure on like falling in love, but sometimes what people need is like good, like an app for like, even if it's like to make some good, like, if you know, no gender as such, but like, you know, female friends, guy friends, whatever it is, but like just friends that you can hang out with so that you don't have that pressure of anything more. Like they can have a middle ground, I think. That'd be nice.
I think Bumble does that actually. I think there's a side compartment of Bumble which is for work, and then there's another one which is for friends.
I see.
Yeah, I think Bumble does that, but I don't know. I haven't been on Bumble for years.
I guess I can't make. I was going to make my own one. No, I cannot.
Yeah, do it. You make it big.
So I have some very quick 5 questions for you. They're really quick, and they're just whatever comes to the top of your head. The first one is your favorite theatre space. So it could be one where you've seen a show that you've loved, or one that you've performed at.
This one, I actually really like this space, the Barbican space. I saw my friend perform here, and I thought it was an amazing theatre to watch a show in. So yeah, Barbican Centre.
Love Barbican too. It's so massive as well. That's what I love about it. It feels like an endless space. I really love Barbican. And do you have a favorite theatre show or musical that you've seen or been in?
I really loved Waitress. And what was the last thing I saw? For Black Boys. Oh my gosh, that was incredible. Really, really
good. I agree. I really love that one. A dream guest is someone you would like to see Strange Loop, and they can be dead or alive.
Oh, a dream guest. Who would I like to see Strange Loop? Do you know what? I'd really like my mom to see it, but she won't, because she's very religious and it would freak her out too much. But I wish she would come and see it, but I know she won't, so that's fine.
You never know. She might. I'll be hoping that she does for you. And my last one is the person who's had the greatest impact on your career so far.
The person who's had the greatest impact on my career so far is my friend Lawrence Rowe. He was the one who, we had a random conversation during lockdown. He's like, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to act. And he said, okay, I'll help you. And then he did. He got me an agent. He sent me to the right place to get my headshots. He helped me with my CV. He is I'd say 80% of the reason why I'm here. He really helped me, and he's amazing in his own right, and he doesn't get enough credit. So I'd say he's had the biggest impact on me.
That's so lovely. And it's so important when you have like people that can really help and support you and want you to achieve things. That's really nice.
Because in the past, I've asked for help with certain things, and I've been told, go and do your own research. I had to do mine, you do yours. But he was just like, this is where you go. This is what you do. This is who you speak to. And I will never forget that. So I'm really,
no, that's really lovely. And just a question, because how long does the play run for at the Barbican? Does it?
It's on till the 9th of September.
Okay, brilliant.
The show itself is 1 hour and 40 minutes, although we're kind of coming in at 1 hour and 45 at the moment, so we're trying to shave 5 minutes off. But yeah, but it's until the 9th of September.
Amazing. So it's a short and sweet in a way play, because some plays can be like, oh, those are my favorite plays, honestly. A straight 1 hour 40 minute, no interval. It's a dream for me, because nothing for me. I hate things that are like 3 hours.
There you go. Yeah. So go to the toilet before you reach inside. And because you'll be in there. Yeah.
No, I literally cannot wait. When I do go and watch it, I'll be looking out for you for sure.
Yeah, please come and say hi.
I will, definitely. I will, for sure. Well, thank you so much. It was so lovely talking to you, and I cannot wait to see you singing and performing. I just cannot wait. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But thank you so much for chatting.
You're very welcome. It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.